Hello, welcome to our assembly for Friday. We've made it through to the end of the week, and today is an exciting day. Put your hand up, tell your teacher what is special about the 5th of November. That's right. Yep, well done. It's Bonfire night tonight. Lots of different things going on. There might be fireworks, there might be a bonfire, lots of lights in the sky, lots of big noises. But why? Any ideas? Anyone? What are we doing this for, apart from the fact it's a bit of fun? Well, let's have a bit of a think, shall we? Let's share some ideas. If might be somebody in your class who knows, which is brilliant, well done. And if not, I'm going to share some stuff with you. So we'll think about our global goals. Okay, and when we think about Bonfire Night, we're going to think about two in particular, and this is the history, the reason behind Bonfire Night. So our two global goals we're going to think about are reduced inequalities and peace, justice, and strong institutions. Okay, so keep thinking: reduced inequalities, making sure it's fair for everybody, and peace and justice, that it's fair and that we're not arguing and falling out. So Bonfire Night, sometimes called the Gunpowder Plot. Okay, so the Gunpowder Plot. So we're going to think about the Gunpowder Plot and what happened, and we're going to think about prejudice and discrimination, which means thinking about somebody and assuming you know all about them based on the fact that they believe in a certain thing or look in a particular way, and that you treat them differently because of what they believe in. Okay, and that's what reduced inequalities is all about. Making sure that we treat everybody the same, regardless of what they believe, because we know that everyone's welcome at Wincham. Okay, we know that, but if we discriminate, then we're not welcoming people. This is about some discrimination that happened a long time ago. So, the plotter's plan originally was to blow up the House of Lords during the state opening of Parliament on the 5th of November in 1605, a long time ago. And they tried to kill the king and his government. Okay, and the plotters wanted to take action against the government and the king for their anti-Catholic laws. So there were people in the country who were Catholic, and that's a type of Christianity, and they planned to put James I's daughter, Elizabeth, on the throne. It's a bit jumbled up here. In the summer of 1605, the group had a cellar beneath Parliament and secretly brought in barrels of gunpowder. After a secret letter revealing the plot was sent to Lord Monteagle, Parliament was searched for traces of the plotters, and in the cellar below the House of Lords, the guards found the gunpowder and Guy Fawkes. Okay, so he was found ready to blow up Parliament. Okay, and it was about the anti-Catholic laws. So the laws saying that it was wrong to be a Catholic. It was wrong to have a certain religion. Okay, so let's think about that for a minute. Is it okay to have a law saying that you're not allowed to have a certain religion? What do you think? I don't think so either. So the key figures. So there was Guy Fawkes, who joined the plotters in 1604, and he was the man responsible for lighting these fuses underneath Parliament. Okay, and before he could go through with the plan, he was captured, the plot was foiled, and he was tried for treason. Okay, treason is crimes against the government. There was James I. He became the King of England in 1603, and he was the first Stuart monarch. He was also the King of Scotland and united the two countries. There was Robert Catesby, the organizer and leader of the gunpowder plot, and he was killed fighting with the guards who came to arrest him. And Lord Monteagle. Now, he received this anonymous letter warning of a terrible blow to come during the state opening. He took the letter to the king, and the secrets of the plot were discovered. He was rewarded by the king after the plot was foiled. So those are those main people. Now, after 3 days of torture in the Tower of London, Guy Fawkes named his fellow plotters, and they were put to trial and sentenced to be hanged, drawn, and quartered. Okay? So he was hurt until he confessed everything. Now, today, when the police try to find out who did something, who committed a crime, they will ask them questions. But is it fair to hurt somebody to put them in so much pain that they tell you everything. It's worth a thought. There might be a lot of discussion about that. And Londoners were encouraged to burn bonfires to celebrate the failure of the plot, and the government passed a law designating November the 5th as a national day of Thanksgiving. And that law no longer exists, but people still celebrate Bonfire Night with fireworks to mark the occasion. So Britain in 1604, which was a long time ago now, was a Protestant country. People followed the Church of England. James I, the King of England, refused to treat Catholics as equals. And Britain had endured almost 100 years of religious persecution between Protestantism and Catholicism. Queen Mary, a Catholic, launched a cruel campaign of oppression against the Protestant population. And Elizabeth I, a Protestant, organised a similarly brutal crackdown on Catholicism. And there were hundreds of people who were burned to death simply for saying, this is what I believe in, this is my religion. Actually killed for saying, this is my religion. So we've got this fantastic celebration, this bonfire night, where we're all going, yeah, I'm going to look at all these fireworks, and they go whiz, bang, pop. But actually, this is based on something that happened. Somebody tried to blow up the Houses of Parliament because of all of this religious persecution, because people weren't treated equally. So let's think about this now. Moving forward, if somebody came to your class and said, hi, I'm new in your class, and this is who I am, and this is what I do. Oh, and by the way, I'm a Muslim. Would you treat them the same as the rest of your mates? Or would you say, no, I'm not going to play with you because you believe something different to me? Okay, talk as a class. What do you think? Right, absolutely. We would treat them in exactly the same way. It doesn't matter what you believe in. Can you come and play football? Can you come and play TIG with me? It's fine. If you want to be a Muslim, or if you want to be a Sikh or whatever, yeah, all right, whatever, that's fine. Because everybody is welcome at Wincham. It doesn't matter what we believe in, or colour of the skin, or whatever. It doesn't matter. Everybody is welcome here, but not in 1604, which is why they got to this stage where people were treated so badly. And to this day, we celebrate the failure of the Gunpowder plot with fireworks and bonfires, but it was the culmination of 100 years of conflict and religious persecution. So the question is there, why did it take place? How can we resolve problems? Now, we can't resolve all these massive problems out in society. I can't make Boris Johnson change the law. I can't make people in other countries change the law, but we can do things in our school to make sure it's fair and safe for everybody. So we can say that everybody is welcome at Wincham, and we can say it, and then we can do it. So we include everybody. So we've got to make sure that society represents everybody, not just a select group. So if one group is given some rights over another, then arguing about it is never very far away. If I was to say to you that all the girls get to go into dinner first, and you don't, all the girls will go, yay, and the boys go, boo, that's a terrible idea. But actually, that is giving one group rights over another. And yes, girls, to begin with, you think it was funny, but actually you can say that, no, it's really not fair. You're being discriminated against because you're a boy. And that was what was happening with Catholics, but far, far worse than that. So we know this is wrong. We know it's not the way to live our lives. Okay. Right. So close your eyes for a minute. Do you know of a group of people persecuted today? How can you be heard and make changes in the school? How can people make changes in the country? Now, have a think about religious freedoms that we have. Even if you don't have a faith, if you say, I don't believe in God or whatever, then you are choosing that freedom to not have a faith. No one's going to make you go to church every week. No one's going to make you go to a temple or a synagogue. They're not going to make you follow a particular religion, which is actually what happened at one time in history. So let's be glad that we've got that freedom to be ourselves and work to keep those freedoms alive. Okay. Now, there's some things, like I said, that we can't do. It's really big stuff, but we can follow that line. Everybody is welcome at Wincham. And it's not just at Wincham, because at some point, year sixes, not too far away, you're going to leave. And are you then going to say, yeah, everybody was welcome at Wincham, but now I don't go to Wincham, so I'm not bothering anymore? Or are you going to take this forward into the rest of your lives? It doesn't matter what people believe in. We're going to accept everybody and welcome everybody into our lives. Right, there we go, guys. Have a lovely rest of the day. Have a very safe bonfire night. Make sure that you are only at events that have got an adult organising them safely. Okay, make sure you never ever pick sparklers up off the floor. Be very, very safe, and I will see you all on Monday. Have a lovely rest of the day, guys, and a lovely weekend. Bye-bye.